Hey, am I doing this right? Hello and welcome back to Self-Built. Today we're going over another advanced training technique, but it's made from a product that you can buy and put on. And what it is occlusion training, or BFR bands. You can see I've tried a couple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the pros and cons of each because they're different price points. So hopefully I can save you guys a little bit of time, a little bit of money. You can know the pros and cons of these. But first, I want to get into what is BFR training, or also known as occlusion training. Now, a lot of times this may seem new to a lot of people. It seems to have gotten kind of a new rage or new trend lately, but it's actually been around since 1966. It's been around for a long time. It used to be known as occlusion training. The new name now is BFR training, but it's the same thing. BFR stands for blood flow restriction training. And the idea of it is you want to have something around your arm or your leg to limit the amount of blood circulation going in. So it'll limit it so that blood can go into a body part, but it can't come out. So it's not completely cutting off the blood flow, it's just restricting it or occluding the flow. So that way there's a big pool of blood in the muscle. There's not a whole lot of oxygen flow, but there's not enough to where it's not causing any damage or anything like that. And the idea is that you're able to train the muscle under a lighter load than normal. It'll save your joints. If you're also nurturing an injury or anything like that, it'll help you be able to work around that while also getting those effects of a heavy workout, because it's depriving your muscle of that oxygen. So it feels like you're really kicking your butt, and it really does. When you're done with the workout, you can definitely feel that deep fatigue. And some of the cool science things on it is it helps activate the fast twitch muscle fibers, because when it's limited on oxygen, it can't use the type 1 fiber, it uses type 2 more. So that's a cool thing as well to help target those different fiber muscles. So let me show you about these different things that I've got here. One, just cheapo Amazon tourniquets that I got. They were just like $3 each. And then these are called lashing straps. They just are basically a tourniquet, but it's a hard fiber. And then these, these are your BFR official bands. So these are very fancy if you have not noticed. So let me show you a couple things, how to put them on and all that good stuff. Another thing to bring up is safety. So if you're worried about safety concerns or anything like that, don't you worry. I've got the official BFR rulebook right here. Basically, go with a doctor, make sure you're okay to work out with these. That's general for basically any type of exercise. Get checked off with your doctor. Be over 18 with this. And then also, this kind of goes along with anything. When you're working out with the bands, don't do explosive or ballistic training. Keep it under control, keep it slow. Also, don't go very heavy. You want to do much lighter weight and much higher reps than you normally are used to. And then there was one other thing, I'm trying to remember, but I'm going to look anyways. Oh yeah, probably one of the most important things is, as far as a scale of 1 to 10 of how tight you have it on your extremity, you want it to be a 7 out of 10. Now, if you're kind of wondering, you don't know if that's really a 7 or 10, it's better to be on the side of caution and go a little bit less restrictive than to go tighter. A couple signs of knowing if you're going too tight is if you'll get a very different color, like purple or blue. You know, you'll see a little bit of color change when your arm's full of all that blood with the right amount of tension. But that's one of the signs. I've experienced a little bit of like nerve tingling going down the arm. That's another classic sign of loosen it up a little bit. So it takes a little bit of playing with, but it's really fun. So don't be afraid to try it. It's a good thing to try, something new, something fun. And that's about all the cool rules that we've got here. Let me double check real quick. Yeah, that's about it. All right, moving on. One thing I clearly forgot. This recommends don't wear it longer than 10 minutes long in a row. So take that as it may. I've done longer than that, but you go by how your body's feeling. So this is the official rules, so it's up to you. All right, so first I'll show you these little tourniquet ones. Super cheap on Amazon. I'm just gonna do some arms real quick. So what I like about these is the price point. Very cheap, very affordable, and gotta get it the right way. When you're doing arms, try to get it as high up as you can on the shoulder. If you're doing a tourniquet, I like to pull this part in because once you pull it, it's gonna pull across your arm. So that way it's not like behind you or somewhere weird. But just give it a couple tugs, like this. Might take a minute to know if the arms are the same tension, tightness. But you can kind of play with it a little bit. You might notice when you do this that you'll kind of feel, your skin might show some marks just of it being squozen so hard. But you can kind of feel it out. You put a finger under to check the tension. You can try that out. But yeah, keep it up high so that way you're able to move the muscle without it getting in the way so much. Now I noticed that this also works in another way of tactile stimulation. Basically that fancy word just means helps you focus more on the muscle. It's kind of like when you're training by yourself or with a partner and you're curling. If you're poking the muscle you're working out, it helps you mentally connect stronger with that muscle. So it also helps me hence that muscle stronger. So helps that way too, along with more blood flow. And you don't need much weight as far as some triceps go. What you want to do is just go under control. Go for high reps. Go for like somewhere between 15 and 20. And just focus on the squeeze. Don't focus so much on trying to explode with the weight up, because that's a good way to get injured when your muscles are not getting 100% oxygen and at their best performance level. And you'll notice when you're doing any sort of exercise with BFR or occlusion bands, your muscles are gonna burn fast and a lot because your muscles aren't able to get all that lactic acid out. So it basically stays in there and it hurts. So that's just a very simple way of showing you how to do it with arms, do it with curls. So the nice thing about this is they're affordable. When you're training arms, a lot of places say this is a 1 inch wide, that a 1 inch is what you want to go for, so it meets that criteria. The only thing that I worry about is this is very cheap plastic, so I'm sure over time it'll snap. But hey, it's a good way to test the waters without jumping in too much. Next I'll show you the lashing. If you want to step up the sturdiness on it, these lashing straps are great for that. This is all metal, and then these are super strong fabrics. I like using these for your legs. What you want to do for legs is you want to bring it up as high as you can on the thigh before you do a leg exercise. Same principle, 7 out of 10 tightness, do your set, and you can go by the 10-minute max or just kind of go with how you feel. I mean, this is just a demonstration video, so do whatever you want. You can even do this if you want. It's pretty sweet. But these are great. I think I got them for like $7, $8 or something like that. So the only thing that, it was good and bad. When you're using it, it has no give to it. So if you've got it pretty tight and you curl, it really pushes in and it digs in. So it does hurt a little bit more than the tourniquets, but it's more durable. And I do like this for the legs just because you can have a lot more tension on it without these worrying on breaking or anything like that. All right, last up, if you want to be Mr. Fancy Pants, you can buy some BFR band officially. And these are really nice, not gonna lie. They're about $35 or so, something like that. I don't remember, 30s or so. I figured it was something I was gonna try and use anyways. So one nice thing is it's 2 inches thick. Most people say you do 2 inches thick on your legs, but I honestly like it on the arms. Doesn't feel like it's cutting in as much, but be careful. It can be deceiving since it's spread out across more. It doesn't feel as tight. So just slowly tighten it up. Don't go too tight, because if it feels tight at 2, it's extremely tight on your arms. So just be careful with that. And this is also cool because it's numbered. So you can go to the exact tightness on each arm. So that's super nice, because you always kind of wonder like, oh no, is one arm tighter than the other? Well, do not fear. With this, you don't have to worry. And then it also has, they call it anti-pinch technology, because sometimes with the other ones, if you're pulling too tight, your skin can kind of get stuck in there. So that's not very fun. So with this, just go like so, and then just like this. And then you can kind of see how far it is, just like that. And you can see, oh, I'm at whatever tightness. And then you can also wrap this around so it'll hold it out of your way, which is another nice thing because you can get them flopping around. So pretty sweet like that. And then it's got a quick release thing here. Just like that. So, I mean, it does have its ups. Some of the cons, I would say, though, is this is all plastic, so not the most durable. And if you can see here, the spring and everything that's holding the tension is held by these little plastic nubs. I can get to, there we go, right there. So if those ever snapped, I'm gonna be in trouble. So it's not a perfect setup, but they're super nice. My recommendation is use them for arms, not so much on legs, just because legs it's under a lot more tension. So it might wear them out a little quicker, but hey, do what you want. I think these are really nice. So as far as BFR bands go, these are the most luxurious, but use whatever you want. There's many ways to get it done. So I hope this helps give you a little bit of information. And if you like the video, give it a like right here, subscribe right here, and give me some comments down below. Let me know how it felt for you, if you're gonna try it out. And if you have any questions, let me know. And I'll see you next time on Self Built.